Hey y'all, Big Tim here. Today I'm going to show you a little something that might help you save a day on the water. One thing that always happens is we tend to break our rods occasionally. Sometimes we just break the tip off of them. Sometimes the inserts come out. But one thing that you can do is stop at your local tackle store and buy a tip repair kit, or two, or three, and keep them with you. Keep them in your tackle box. I've always got some in. Right about now, I'm probably to the point where I need to start thinking about uh, replacing them because I've gone through quite a few tips here lately. But as you can see, I've had one of my favorite rods. The tip broke off of it. Now I know what a lot of people are saying. That's a G Loomis. Why don't you just send it back and get it redone? Well, they don't make this particular Loomis anymore, and I actually broke about 8 inches of it off back when I was a national championship in 2012, and they offered to replace it with a new style, and I didn't know if I would like the new style. So actually, I put a topper on this, and even though I broke about 6 or 8 inches of it off, it ended up being a short flipping stick. And I tell you what, I love it. I don't want to be without it. It's great for trying to flip up under branches and whatnot. I think it's only like 6 foot, maybe 6'4", something like that. But it is awesome. Has a ton of backbone. It doesn't load up real well on cast, but it's a flipping rod, so it does its job. Um, and I don't want to be without it. A short flipping rod is really a cool thing if you're a river fisherman like me. So, since the tip broke off, we are going to put a new tip on. It's really simple. You basically get your tip repair kit. Right here, you've got some hot glue, and you have a replacement tip. What you do, you've already had your tip off. You take your cigarette lighter. Hopefully, my hands didn't want to do this the other day, but they're working well enough to flick the lighter today. You heat up the hot glue. Take and smear a bunch on the rod tip. I also like to pack it inside the guide. Now, of course, like I said, this is not a professional, we're not going to put the thread around there or anything like that. This is just to get us through. So then we heat the glue up again. You got to be careful because sometimes it's got to get real hot and burn you and drip like that. And then just slide it over to hot glue. Okay, let it sit for a second. Then you'll want to line it up. Make sure that it's nice and level, which it is. Now you just wait for the glue to set up and you peel off the excess. Right here, it's a little too hot to grab yet. Now you'll end up grabbing that and pull it off. We're going to wait a second to pull it off. That ought to be good, probably. We'll just take and use your fingers. It's still a little melty, but it's not too hot. And get that excess off. You're good to go. Now, if you want it professionally done, you can always find a rod smith to send it to get it done professionally and have it wrapped and everything else. But this is basically just to get us through tomorrow night's tournament. And it'll probably stay like that for a while, but occasionally, if it gets really hot outside, the hot glue will kind of get a little melty. You may want to even take a drop of super glue and put on there to lock it in. But this will definitely help you get by any trips that you're out on the water and you happen to break one. It'll save you time, money, and maybe an aggravating day. So hope you like this tip. Tune in for more, and we'll see you next time.